Hey guys, Peter James here. Thought I'd do a quick rig rundown of what I had set up at Hillsong Conference this year. Things got a bit crazy because we were doing a bit of a record, and so I didn't get to capture something on one of the nights, but thought I'd recreate the exact setup that I had and walk you through it. I could spend a little bit more time too going through the patches that I used for the album record too, so I thought I'd do it this way. Now, this is a very similar setup to other years, so I'll just quickly go through the hardware and then get onto the sounds and patches that I used. So we've got the YC88, Yamaha YC88. Love this keyboard. It's underneath my desk there. You can see the drawbars that I'm using to control the virtual drawbars in main stage. We've got the Korg Nano controller, just controlling obviously all the virtual knobs and sliders in my template. Juno 60 into the Specular Tempest, into the Polo Twin. And the good thing about the Polo Twin is you can use it like a mixer without adding latency. So that's what I do with my analog synths. So that's the hardware setup. Pretty straightforward. Like I said, I've shown that in other videos, but what I wanted to dive into was more of the sounds that I use. So used a lot of organs this year. I'll quickly open up this plugin. This is the Waterfall B3 from Universal Audio. Tried a little bit of a different mic setup this year for what I normally use, and really liked it. So if you need to pause the video, just do that, grab my settings. So that's the organ that I used. For the main synth that was used on Good News, New Praise Song, is this one here. You might have seen me in the studio workshopping the album songs. I pulled this up at one stage and went through and found the patch that I wanted. The good thing about this one is it's set up so you can control all the parameters with these virtual kind of sliders and everything, and it's got delay and reverb and everything in there. It's a sample of this exact one here, and I've also captured a bunch of patches through the Specular Tempest. So found the patch I wanted. It's actually a stack of 2 patches, delay and reverb, and pulled that into this template. So this is this patch here. Pretty hard for me to play and hold the phone, but I'll give you a rough idea of what it sounds like. You can hear the delay, the fast delay and reverb. So that's why I used that over this. Got the tempo sync delay, a double sample, not just a single, of the Juno 60. So that was that. The main piano that I used is from IK Multimedia. It is the YF3. It's a 9-foot Yamaha grand sample, so huge bottom end. And yeah, anyway, so that was the main piano that I used. It's got a huge dynamic range, big bottom end, really cuts through the mix, and the front of house guy really liked that. So that's the one I used. I did have this kind of more dirty vintage upright from Fracture Sounds, which I used on one of the songs. I think it was Behold the Lamb, actually. So heaps of vibe, heaps of character. So that was my kind of upright choice for the Hillsong nights. What else do I use? I had this, I think I tracked it in the studio, but I don't know if I actually, pretty sure I didn't use this live, but it's from the Complete Worship Bundle. It's a huge stack of analog keyboards, my Prophet 5, my OB6, then sampled it going through reverbs, Big Sky and everything. So it gets pretty big when you open up all the filters and add all the layers in. So see if I can give you an example with one hand. I need to open up the filter. 1 second here. Let's see. There we go. So that was kind of my big analog stack that I had on standby if I need to use it live. And then the other main patch that I used was this for the opener. It's just sample of my OB6, sample of my Juno 60 through the Specular Tempest, kind of very film score-esque, cinematic, and that worked for the opener. And I'll just play you a couple of notes. So there you go. Those are the main patches that I used for Hillsong Conference. They're all up on multi-tracks too if you want to check them out. If you're not sure which patches relate to which bundles, just shoot me a message or comment and I'm happy to point you in the right direction. Cool. See you guys.